Hey everyone, welcome back to another video from SeeMyCampsite.com. My name is Adam Groves and today we're at Willard Bay State Park in Utah. Now they've recently made updates to their campgrounds, so stay tuned for that as we'll be covering those changes in more detail. Before we dive in, let's give a round of applause to the sponsor that made today's video possible. Tired of hidden fees? At Motorsportsland, the price you see is the actual price you get, without crazy fees like some other dealers. Transparent pricing and no surprises with Motorsportsland. Willard Bay is located about 50 miles north of Salt Lake City. Nestled among the base of the Wasatch Mountains, you can actually see it right alongside the I-15 freeway, which makes it very easy to get to. For the locals, this is a very popular state park that offers not only 3 different campgrounds, but water activities galore, including boating with boat launch ramps, fishing, jet skiing, water toys, kayaks, canoes, ATV rentals, and of course, plenty of water skiing. Speaking of water, if you did bring your own watercraft, you will need to decontaminate your vessel prior to launching in the reservoir. If you're unable to do this on your own prior to arrival, the park does offer decontamination services on site, but you will need to schedule that ahead of time. Also, pack some bug spray, because depending on the time of year, the mosquitoes can get a little crazy, especially toward the evening, so come prepared with bug deterrents just in case. We spend days filming, editing, and dodging mosquitoes to make these videos for you. Help us itch a little less by donating at SeeMyCampsite.com/donate or scan the QR code on your screen. Anything helps. Thank you so much. Willard Bay offers 2 different marinas to visit. The North Marina, which has 2 distinct campgrounds, Willow Creek Campground and Cottonwood Campground, and the South Marina, which has an additional campground with some recent updates that we'll cover in just a moment. Today, we're going to show you more of what this great state park has to offer, specifically focusing on what we're all about, which is the camping element. Our objective today is to give you a tour of each campground, including visuals of each individual campsite, so you know what to expect before you arrive. With all that said, I'm ready to go if you are. Let's do it. All right, first stop is Willow Creek Campground, located at the North Marina on the northeast side of the reservoir. This campground was recently updated and expanded, and the sites here offer hookups with power and water, with an accompanying dump station available as you exit. They also offer flush bathrooms, showers, and there are several ADA accessible sites to be found here as well. We found that most of the sites here either have mature trees or pavilions, so inherently you should have some pretty nice shade at most of these sites. You'll also find picnic tables, fire rings, and barbecue grills for cooking. Some sites have a lot of room to stretch out with awesome lake and beach access. Let's jump to the individual campsites so you can find out more for yourself. Next up is Cottonwood Campground. This is also located at the North Marina, just below Willow Creek Campground. Cottonwood Campground offers 37 full hookup sites and also has flush bathrooms and showers in the vicinity. You'll also find covered picnic tables, fire rings, and barbecue grills if you need them. Let's take a closer look at what each individual campsite has to offer. Our last stop is South Marina Campground, located about a 15-minute drive south from the North Marina. South Marina was recently updated and includes 24 full hookup sites. Similar to the other campgrounds, you'll find showers, flush bathrooms, picnic tables, some covered, some not, and fire rings and/or barbecue grills for cooking. Let's take a quick look at the campsites here at South Marina Campground. Finally, because Willard Bay is located so close to the I-15 freeway, you should find great cellular service coverage should you need it. And it's always a good idea to check on the water levels of the reservoir prior to your arrival so you have the information you need for launching your watercraft into Willard Bay. And you're just a short drive from Willard City, Brigham City, or Ogden City if you forgot to bring something with you. With that said, we hope you enjoyed this tour and review of Willard Bay State Park. It has a lot to offer and is a popular state park for good reason. Comment below on campgrounds you'd like for us to cover next. And if you find this content helpful, throw a like our way, or better yet, subscribe to the channel so you're the first to know when we publish new campground tours. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on SeeMyCampsite.com.